right, by the way, I brought you meat.
Oh, what'd you bring?
Speaking of, but you might want to throw this away immediately.
Really?
Well, hold on. Okay, this still might be good. I was going to put it in a Ziploc bag from Target yesterday.
Is there phantom smells or am I smelling something?
You might be smelling something. This is yak meat
Yo.
from Nepal. This has been dried. If you want to chuck that in the trash right after I leave, that's
Dried
fine.
yak meat from Nepal.
So we took out a whole yak when we were in the mountains, in the Himalayan mountains. This is just a few weeks ago. And so one of the ways they preserve the meat, it's interesting because they dry it, but how they dry it is they have a big hearth or fireplace in their home, and then above that, they'll hang the raw meat. And they don't do anything special. The meat just gets dried out over time because of the fireplace. And so I have that one, and then I have one more that you're probably going to want to throw away because I looked at it this morning, and it's a little bit moldy.
Is it?
This, you want to take a guess?
Okay.
And you can give it a sniff, too. This is going to really confound you. I think you're going to be confused by this.
Yeah, it seems like...
It's a little bit off, but it's not going to hurt to smell it. But the smell is going to help you figure out what that is.
I don't know.
Does it smell more like land or sea?
It smells more like land.
Really? Okay, so, well...
I think.
That is whale meat.
Oh, Jesus, dude.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
Really?
that's allowed in the U.S. Well,
Whale meat.
Let me explain. I went to the Faroe Islands about 2 months ago. They dry the whale meat, but again, it's been in my suitcase for a while. You could probably chuck that. But whale meat is fascinating. So it's very controversial food because people like whales.
Yeah.
Whales are smart. They're cute. This is something that they've been doing in the Faroe Islands for hundreds of years. In fact, it's one of the oldest records of any country. They've kept these insane records going back hundreds of years of these. It's called like Grintabab, something like that. It's like they get the whales and they bring them to shore. Have you heard about this?
No.
Fantastic. So I was just there. I was hoping to see one in action. I was told if you see one and you approach them and you film, they will destroy your camera because they've had so many issues with protesters there, among them Sea Shepherd, who's trying to put an end to the whaling.
Yeah.
So the whaling they do there is far different from the whaling that you're going to see in a place like Japan. What they're doing is different in the Faroe Islands because they're not going out to sea. And so their method of getting the whales is never going to lead to their extinction. The whales populate the Atlantic, and the Faroe Islands is just a tiny, small collection of 18 islands in the middle of the Atlantic between like Scotland and Iceland, and they've got 50,000 people. So when a pod of whales comes by and somebody spots them, they kind of sound the alarm. First of all, they'll get some boats together and try to guide them to one of the bays. At this point, this is what I love, this idea that everybody is so into the Grint, this event that happens, that you could be in your corporate job in a room talking about Q4 sales, doing your report, pitching to your team, and then you could get a phone call, hey, the whales are here, let's go. Everybody, when the alarm goes off, if you got to leave church, if you got to leave work, you do it, it's understood. Yeah, go get the whales.
Really?
Yes.
Even today?
Even today.
Corporate jobs?
I went to the most normal family's home ever, and I did a fridge tour like on Men's Health on YouTube, and it was like here's a whale that we got from earlier this year. We got about 300 pounds. It was so interesting, and this is like the most normal corporate white collar guy ever. And so they all get the call. They go down there because the amount of meat you get depends on how much you help out. They have a very detailed system for how to allocate the meat. The process of actually getting the whales, though, they steer the whales towards the shore. Then once they get close to the bay, they start clanging on the boats and making noise and trying to throw off their sonar. Eventually, the whales get close enough to the shore where people can run out from the beach and hook the whales in their blowhole and start pulling them up.
What?
This is our video that's going to be coming up.
Oh, my God. This is horrific.
Well, yeah.
Holy shit.
That's why it's controversial.
So all of these people... And these people wearing like modern clothes, and I mean, these do not look like tribal people. They look like anybody that could be in fucking New Hampshire.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're just slaughtering these whales. And
So
they're slicing their necks. Oh my God, this is horrible.
So what makes it horrible to you?
That they're whales. I mean, just whales to me are like, it's almost like killing a golden retriever.